This incident happened during a week-long camp with our class. I'm currently a teacher at the same school. When the bus arrived at the camp, there were separate cottages for the boys and the girls. After unpacking, we all headed out. Landon was causing problems right from the start. Though he was disliked by almost everyone, his exceptional athletic skills had prevented his expulsion so far. One of the best students, used to be somewhat reserved, Mac Kim, flashed a rare grin, one he only displayed when he was with Eliza. We started the camp activities when everything calmed down. Landon excelled in contests, of course, but remained a bother when night fell. Landon went after Sarah one again. He tripped her, forcing her to strike her head on a rock and bleed. He then broke her ankle, compounding the damage. Mr. Bradius stepped in, seizing Landon and hurling him a few steps away. He picked up Sarah, who was crying and in agony, and drove her to his cabin. Everyone, Brady is strongly instructing Landon not to enter any cabin or cottage while we're here. Anyone who even considers allowing him in will be expelled. This was an unusual tone from the friendly instructor. Sarah and Bradius entered the cabin, but the other instructors made certain Landon did not. We shut the door and had some usual female conversation. After approximately an hour, our discussion turned to Sarah. I said, "Do you think she'll be okay?" Jessica said sarcastically, "She's with her crush now, so I'm sure she'll be fine." Some of the females gasped, but Jessica persisted, saying, "Oh, come on, don't pretend like you don't know. It's so clear." Talia spoke up. "Maybe he likes her as well. Did you notice how far he tossed Landon? That was very amazing." Alyssa interrupted, frustrated. Of course that jackass would be so inquisitive. When I asked Alyssa what was wrong, she said Landon was hammering on the door, wanting to be allowed in. Michon grumbled fiercely. He better not come in here after what he did to poor Sarah. I was concerned and advised that we allow him in this time. This drew astonished stares, but I mustered the bravery to continue. Something isn't quite right. Someone saw Landon was dressed in white and had gone to the edge of the woods. Landon started banging on the door again a few moments later. He sounded terrified. "Guys, open up. It's getting closer." I stood up, but Jessica moved in front of me, obstructing any plans I had to open the door. Jessica advised me not to even think about it. Landon said, "Please let me in, okay? I swear to you, there's something out here." "Not after what she did to Sarah," Lashendra shouted back. "If you think we'll allow you in here, you're insane." Surprisingly, I felt impelled to say, "Guys, maybe we should just let him in." Jessica exploded. "You made contact with the door. I swear I'm going to murder you." I shrugged my eyes and pushed past Jessica, my hand on the doorknob. "Oh my God, it's right there," cried Landon. "Allow access." His voice sounded odd. I drew my hand, and the others looked at me strangely. Jessica shouted at Landon to go lost as he continued to demand admittance. She slapped her fist on the door and yelled, "You hear me, leave." A couple more sounds were heard, followed by quiet. With instructors anxiously hammering on our door, our group retreated to bed soon after dawn came. We hurriedly dressed and left. Sarah staggered out of Mr. Radius' cottage, her head bandaged. She smiled and approached us. I said, "How are you doing?" She smiled as she answered, "I've had a moderate concussion and a severely twisted ankle. I can't walk very far." Mr. Brady has piqued our interest. Landon, as you can see, is not present. We must discover him, or the school will suffer the repercussions. We were split up and sent into the woods to find Landon. After approximately 30 minutes, we heard a scream and everybody ran to it. The instructors sealed off the area, leaving a trail of blood in their wake. Mario and Harris sat on the ground, weeping. At the conclusion of the day, it was determined that the corpse discovered belonged to Landon. I sometimes wonder whether opening the door that night would have made a difference, but I'll never know for sure.